Want another one from the Stones, do we? It wasn't going to work, the machine, so bye-bye Rolling Stones. It's 1 minute past 8 o'clock.
News from the Caroline Roadshow. On Friday the 6th of July, the Caroline Roadshow is at the Chancellor Hall, Chelmsford in Essex. And on Saturday the 7th of July, at the Dorking Halls, Dorking in Surrey. On Friday the 13th of July, the Caroline Roadshow is at the Institute, Braintree in Essex. And on Friday the 20th of July, at the Reginald Maxwell Hall, Civic Hall, Aylesbury in Buckinghamshire. On Saturday the 21st of July, the Caroline Roadshow is at the Rhodes Hall, Bishop Stortford in Hertfordshire. And on Friday the 27th of July, at the Civic Hall, Crofton Road, Orpington in Kent. And also at the Corn Exchange, Maidstone in Kent. On Saturday the 28th of July, the Caroline Roadshow is at the Woodville Hall, Windmill Street in Gravesend. DJs appearing at the Caroline Roadshow are Rob Eden, Robbie Day and Harvey the Rabbit. Doors open at 8 o'clock and admission to all Caroline Roadshows is a mere £1.50. Listen for more news of the Caroline Roadshow every hour on the hour.
Broadcasting live from the North Sea on 319 meters, 963 kilohertz. This is Europe's first and only album station, Radio Caroline. It's 15 degrees. And tonight's number 3. That's number 3 and 08. Number 3 and 08.
Every Sunday evening on Radio Caroline. Gentle music for a mellow lifestyle. Designed to cool you out before the rush and bustle of another working week. Music for a mellow lifestyle. Part of the summer weekend. Every Sunday evening. Here on Radio Caroline.
Wil jij meer weten over Radio Caroline? Word dan lid van de Caroline Radio Club. Je ontvangt dan een lidmaatschapskaart en een jaar lang ons 2-maandelijks clubblad Caroline Radio Nieuws. Met alle informatie over het schip, DJ's en nog veel meer. Stuur om lid te worden 15 gulden of 220 Belgische francs of een postwissel ter waarde van dit bedrag naar de Caroline Radio Club, postbus 35, postcode 4153 ZG in Beest. Dat is BEESD in Gelderland in Nederland. Lid worden van de Caroline Radio Club. Doe het vandaag nog.
Epivan, sublieme kunstgebitten vanaf 225 gulden. Klaar in een dag. Bel nu 010 77 50 09. Epivan, Rotterdam.
Wat zei je allemaal? Stond er nog wat achter? Ja, dat was het dus. Er gaat gewoon iets mis. Maar dat bent u gewend van Astrid de Jager. 5 minuten over 10:30 geworden. Techniek in handen van John Anderson, dat zal ik maar zeggen nu er iets fout gaat. Hè? Als het goed gaat, dan hoor je me niet. Earth Angel.
We recommence transmissions at 6 o'clock English time in the morning, 5 o'clock continental time. Until then, a very good night from the captain and crew of the MV Mi Amigo.
From the Caroline Roadshow.
De Caroline Roadshow komt op zaterdag 6 juli in feestzaal De Nieuwe Spiegel te Hoboken. Zondag 7 juli in Dancing Popsy te Torhout. En op dinsdag 10 juli in Dancing Parasol te Bredene. Alle shows beginnen om 8 uur en de DJ's zijn Guy van Antwerpen, Jack de Keizer, Stuart Russell en Roger Mathews. Voor boekingen belt u het nummer in België 051 209 806.
Caroline Sure Shot.
And the people to contact are Mobile Promotions at Post Office Box number 1, Brandon in Suffolk. That's Mobile Promotions, Post Office Box number 1, Brandon in Suffolk. Is Mobile Promotions at Post Office Box number 1, Brandon in Suffolk. The important thing is not to forget an SAE, and also don't forget to put a stamp on your envelope, because the people at Post Office Box 1 are having to cough up lots of halfpennies to cover the double postage and stuff. Post Office Box 1, Brandon in Suffolk.
Next week, the International Whaling Commission meets in London for the 31st time to decide the future of the planet's most endangered mammal. Greenpeace and Friends of the Earth are holding a whale rally this Sunday afternoon at 2:30 in Trafalgar Square, London. The more people who come to the whale rally, the more fully the IWC delegates will appreciate the massive concern held by the ordinary people of the world for the survival of the whale. Show your support. Make your feelings known. Come to the whale rally on Sunday afternoon at 2:30 in Trafalgar Square, London. For further information, telephone Greenpeace on 016330929. 016330929.
Caroline Summertime and the Caroline Roadshow presents a special summer roadshow with DJs Rob Eden, Robbie Day and Harvey the Rabbit at Margate's Dreamland, Saturday the 14th of July. The Caroline Roadshow, Dreamland Margate, Saturday the 14th of July.
Seaside rendezvous. Give us a kiss.
We present Tony Hancock, Sidney James, Bill Kerr, Hattie Jakes, and Kenneth Williams in
News from the Caroline Roadshow. Tomorrow, Friday the 6th of July, the Caroline Roadshow can be seen and heard at Chancellor Hall, Chelmsford in Essex. This Saturday, the 7th of July, Caroline Roadshow rolls into the Dorking Halls, Dorking in Surrey. Friday week, Friday the 13th of July, Caroline Roadshow is once again at the Institute, Braintree in Essex. And on Saturday the 14th of July, there's a Caroline Roadshow summer special at Dreamland in Margate.
Tell me what a life.
DJs appearing at Caroline Roadshow are Rob Eden, Robbie Day, and Harvey the Rabbit. Doors open at 8 o'clock, and admission to all Caroline Roadshows is just £1.50.
Really, these commercial concerns doesn't get treated like this at the BBC. They're gentlemen.
Listen for more news of Caroline Roadshow every hour on the hour.
Live from the North Sea on 319 meters, 963 kilohertz. This is Europe's first and only album station. Radio Caroline. Precisely 7 o'clock, a look at tonight's weather. Tonight, the outlook is good weather for the weekend, and on a calm North Sea, the current Mi Amigo temperature is 17 degrees centigrade. You, the music, and Tom Hardy.
Different and everything, so never mind. I've just realised something else that seems a little bit strange. It's all very bright and garish in here. There's a huge great strip light above my head, and I normally turn the tube in R1. We've got a little light downstairs which is on behind, and it makes it sort of nice. But in here, if you turn this one out, you haven't got any light at all. And also the window's blocked off, which means it's like an oven. Still, never mind. Maybe I'll go outside for a quick breath of fresh air.
No chance.
Hello, dear.
Hello, girl.
And hello, Mr. Hardy downstairs.
Good morning.
No, it's not morning. Where have you been? You've been sniffing drains again, haven't you? That's your problem. I was actually just going to talk about drains anyway, so do you want to do it?
Drains are horrible and smelly and nasty, and they fill cabins full of water, and that's about it, really.
They do, don't they?
Certainly.
Our engineer is welding, isn't he, down in the cabin, welding the drains at the moment.
I told him he'd do better with that stuff that you mend exhausts with and some putty, but he wouldn't take any notice.
Right, well, I know that he likes Jefferson's Starship. And this is I Want to See Another World. And if you're welding downstairs, you just might do. I don't really know.
Lonely, 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 lonely. We got First World War noises.
Is that the Ronettes?
No, the French and the Germans.
Aha, doesn't want to work. Never mind. Here's the record for the Silly Boys. It's called Big Boys.
We present Tony Hancock, Sidney James, Bill Kerr, Hattie Jakes, and Kenneth Williams in...
Tell me what a life. One doesn't get treated like this at the BBC.
First of all, Elvis Costello from Armed Forces, which is in our countdown, but I can't see what number. I think it is anyway still. And Big Boys for those who want to be silly sometime during the night. And then for Audrey, Allman Brothers Band from Win, Lose or Draw, and Just Another Love Song. That's just about it from me for this evening, and from Caroline. We close down at 10, as you know. We're back tomorrow at 6 in the morning. Dutch programmes through till 5:30, I think. Let me get it right. I can never remember these times, and English from then on. Tom Hardy, Tom Anderson, myself that is, and Tony Allen. We're here in the evening, and it's Mark Jacobs and Rob Hudson, amongst others, during the daytime. It's been a day of complete and utter lunacy out here today. I'm not even going to start to say what's gone on, but it's been good fun anyway, so we've enjoyed it. I hope you have too. Hope you'll join us again tomorrow. I'm just going to leave you with a quick reminder of something that's happening on Sunday. So until then, whatever you're doing, do it well, enjoy it, and above all, take care. Good night.
Next week, the International Whaling Commission meets in London for the 31st time. For further information, telephone Greenpeace on 01 633 0929. 01 633 0929.
It's only just got here. It says at the top, Telegrama, Dirección General de Correos y Telecomunicación. Because it's kind of 1230 O'Leary Spanish number. It's only just got here, and it says, happy birthday to everyone at the station. Love from EMI Records. EMI, you're gorgeous. We love you madly. Great one. Here's something for you. Wild moss indeed. I don't know. Mark's arrived, as I expected he would, and, hello darling, how are you?
All right, thank you.
He came in, he said, smell this, and he sort of threw his sweater across his chest and stuck his chest into my nose, and there's this amazing pong coming off him. I think it's the nicest pong, actually, since David Brown, who was on the station about 2 years ago, and he used to troll around. He used to run around this ship, and every day he would wash himself, which is cool, right? But having washed himself and made himself clean, he would pollute himself by putting all this bloody Brute 33 all over him. Damn stuff. Listen, it's 3 minutes to 9. I'm going to make some money now, so just hang on a second. We'll back some good music in a minute. Affirmative or a negative answer from our chief engineer. This is a total wind-up, and I don't mind admitting it to any of you people out there. The one thing that I've always wanted is to keep the station very regular so that you people out there who are listening know when it comes on and off. There are, however, rules which can be broken, and I think tonight we might break one of them. So there's about 8 minutes left till the end of the programme, and here's Bread. Well, that's raised your hopes and dashed them again. Never mind. If you keep listening, in the next few weeks we might actually do it. Stick around and see what happens, baby. One can never knows.
He's come back now, hasn't he? Now his record's finished.
Mr. Hardy, well, he's been away biting bums again.
No, I haven't.
Let's squeeze in another one, then we can say good night, and then we can go off the air.
Okay.
Right? All right. Here's Voyager.
Okay.
Nice. Is this called Straight Actors? Listen to the words. It's Voyager and the people that did Halfway Hotel, and everybody thinks they're top 40 group. Never mind. It's just up to 10 o'clock. We're going to say goodnight. Mr. Anderson.
Thank you very much. It's been really nice being here this evening. I've sort of kicked back and done virtually nothing. I've sat in the corner and just had the microphone passed to me. But it's nice for a change anyway, isn't it? Pardon? You're not going to sing again, are you? What an old woman, really. We'll be back to sort of semi-sanity tomorrow, so stay tuned to Caroline. We're off during the night, but come back tomorrow. Whatever you're doing, do it well. And I must say hi to Lopi, actually, and also to Val, so I didn't forget either of you. And a special good night to everyone. Good night.
Tony, over to you. Right.
Actually, it's Stephen Bishop. A quickie, very quickly, actually, it's Stephen Bishop, yeah. This has been my first Sunday joint. I've really enjoyed it. I'll probably be back again next Sunday, if not sometime during the week. So, for me, Stephen Bishop, look after each other, okay? Here's A. Roberts.
Oh, not me. On behalf of the Dutch colleagues, I would like to say tune in tomorrow to the English and the Dutch programs and enjoy the music. And now, finally over to your host for this evening, Tony.
We komen terug bij jullie morgenochtend om 6 uur in de lucht. Tot ziens, bedankt voor het luisteren. Tot morgen. Good night, God bless, see you tomorrow. Here's our song, kids.
°C, and the winds will be northwesterly and light. On a calm North Sea, the current Mi Amigo temperature is £20°C, and tonight's number is number 4. That's number 4.
Uw hulp. Giro 3x9 onder vermelding van bootvluchtelingen. Giro 999. Vietnamese bootvluchtelingen hebben dringend hulp nodig. Uw hulp. Giro 3x9 onder vermelding van bootvluchtelingen. Giro 999.
You're sure to have a good time at the Lafayette Club, Planet's liveliest discotheque club, with music, food and bars till way past midnight, 6 nights a week. For a good time, it's got to be the Lafayette Club, Station Road, Birchington-on-Sea, near Margate.
You'll sit down and write me a letter. Why, it will be such an encouragement. That address again, the People's Gospel Hour, Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, B3J 3A1. Or the People's Gospel Hour, Box 500, Boston, Massachusetts, 02102. Now until the same time next week, the Lord willing, Pastor Perry F. Rockwood, may the Lord bless you and make you a blessing.
Perry F. Rockwood with Prophecy for today. If you'd like to write to Perry F. Rockwood, the address once again is the People's Gospel Hour, Post Office Box 1660, Halifax, Nova Scotia, in Canada. It's very nearly 6:30.
Radio Caroline. You, the music, and Tom Harvey.
25 nicker, please, on Gala printer. Oh, it's a washing for now. Yes, it's short of wheel, isn't it? Yes, I know. It's a good dog. I saw it run to White City just last week. Broke the record. Gala printer. Nice dog. Lovely form. Lovely button.
I hope you heard the last line. Have you ever noticed how sometimes when it's really nice and sunny, you get into a summery mood? Well, that's what it's like on board at the moment.
Flying to the sun. Sweet Caroline, sweet Caroline, sweet Caroline, sweet Caroline, sweet Caroline, sweet Caroline, sweet
And if God puts it upon your heart, you be sure and send an offering, and we know that God will bless you for that. Now here is our mailing address. The Power of the Word broadcast. Box 4101, Covina, California. And the code number is 91723. Now that's the Power of the Word broadcast. Box 4101, Covina, California. The code number is 91723. And Covina is spelled C-O-V-I-N-A, Covina, California. At the close of our broadcast, a wonderful happy song, and we know you'll enjoy this. It's from the Goodman family, Glad Reunion Day. And this is Galilee Bain saying goodbye to you, and may the Lord bless you is our prayer. And don't forget this, Jesus loves you.
Power of the Word. That address once again is Power of the Word broadcast, the Calvary Church, Post Office Box 4101, Covina, California, 91723. You're tuned to 319 meters medium wave. It's 6:30.
Radio Caroline. You, the music, and Tom Harvey. Well, not quite to the Dogs, but to the Greyhound, Park Lane, Croydon in Surrey. Tickets available in advance only from Bonaparte and Virgin Records in Croydon, or by sending a cheque or postal order for £150 plus an SAE to Caroline Roadshow Club, BCM Box 1962, London WC1. That's tickets priced £150 from Bonaparte's and Virgin in Croydon, or by post from the Caroline Roadshow, BCM Box 1962, London WC1. The Caroline Roadshow at the Greyhound, Croydon in Surrey, Friday the 17th of August.
I'll put 25 nicker, please, on yellow printer. Oh, what's the washing for now? Yes, it's short of wheel, isn't it? Yes, I know. It's a good dog. I saw it run to White City just last week. Broke the record. Yellow printer. Nice dog. Lovely form. Lovely button.
319, I love you.
Disco could require. All makes of amplification and guitars. Comprehensive drum and disco showroom. Competitive prices and generous trade-in. Come to Cook. That's Cook Band Instruments, Benedict Street, Norwich. Or ring Norwich 23563 now. That's Norwich 23563.
Radio Caroline.
Music with Tom Hardy. So on behalf of everybody here at Radio Caroline, this is Stephen Bishop wishing you a good night and God bless.
Friday, the 27th of July, the Caroline Roadshow storms back into the Corn Exchange in Maidstone. And this Saturday, the 28th of July, the Caroline Roadshow will be at the Woodville Hall, Windmill Street in Gravesend, which we're informed is in Kent and not in Essex. Sorry about that. Into August now, and on Friday the 3rd of August, the Caroline Roadshow comes to the St Ivo Centre, St Ives in Cambridgeshire. And on Saturday, 4th of August, the Caroline Roadshow will be at the Castle Hall in Hertford in Hertfordshire. DJs appearing at the Caroline Roadshows are Rob Eden, Robbie Day and Harvey the Rabbit. Doors open 8 p.m. and admission is just £1.50. Listen for more news from the Caroline Roadshow every hour on the hour.
Live from the North Sea on 319 meters, 963 kilohertz, this is Europe's first and only album station.
Radio Caroline.
Precisely 6 o'clock, a look at tonight's weather. And finally, on a calm North Sea, the current Mi Amigo temperature is 18 degrees centigrade.
You, the music, and Tom Hardy.
Greenpeace need your help. Despite the recent decisions of the International Whaling Commission, the survival of the world's whales is in no way ensured. To find out how you can help, call Greenpeace on 01 633 0929. Or write or call in at their headquarters in Colombo Street, London, SE1.
In September, the new Radio Roadshow with radio DJs, the best and latest in disco music, and Britain's most sophisticated light and laser show. It'll all be happening from September on the new Radio Roadshow. So stay tuned to Caroline for more details.
Caroline dancing.
I was just thinking to myself during the course of Graham Parker and the Rumours track, my bike's a UFO, an unflyable object.
Monte Carlo, Cannes, Palacio, Imperial, Nice, some of the beautiful places on the French-Italian border. If you're there this summer, the best music is at 101.5 megahertz FM, Radio Nova International.
Love is a dream, or so they say. But have you ever thought about dreaming LA? LA is love, used in everyday life. If we all got into it, it could be so nice. Try loving awareness outside your dream. Be aware of love. You know what we mean.
Towards middle age and my music career kind of missed a page. Record sales began to drop, the management all began to hop. Not to worry, they said, you'll see, what you need is some fresh publicity. Just give us a nod and we'll all leap towards putting you back at the top of the heap. I said, fine, I'll give it a whack. I hung up the phone and I turned my back. Began daydreaming I was somebody else when the phone jumped over from the wall to the shelf. We just had a break, this is really fine. We can make the January issue of Time if you'll give us Monday a week from today from 2 to 4. Now what do you say? I said, Time, mag, you got me on the rag, take your insults about the Queen and shove them up your royal Siamese machine. But I scribbled it down on the wall calendar and wondered about my interviewer. Maybe he'd be just a real nice guy, bright and sympathetic with a roving eye. We'd forget all about the assignment due, formality, photos, and the interview. We'd hop on into his big rent-a-car, go for a lovely drive, not far, maybe France. As the big day approached, it slipped my mind till my secretary showed up at the house to remind me to switch into gear for the big coup de grace, the meeting with the man from the media. I swept the driveway and polished the phone, put on a Kenzo knit and two-tone, fluffed the pillows on the burgundy chair, made up my eyes and brushed my hair, all in that order. When he called to say he was 3 hours late, my cheerful facade began to disintegrate. The photographer would be even later still. She was hopelessly lost in the nearby hills. He arrived, not exactly the man of my dreams, not bad for a rep from the Siamese machine. Asked me a wondering question or three, and I thought he was actually listening to me. I said, Time, mag, you got me on the rag, take your insults about the Queen and shove them up your royal Siamese machine. Curious about his interest, I babble my way through the worldwide list. Ireland, Chile, and the African states, poetry, politics, and how they relate. Motherhood, music, and mood synthesizers, political prisoners and commie sympathizers, hetero, homo, and bisexuality, where they all stand in the 1970s. Well, suddenly it stopped and he started to lobby. Said, tell me some inside stuff about Bobby. Bobby who? I smiled and said. And the time man's face was laced with red. I know you guys used to know each other. I know you refer to him as being your brother, and I know that you know where he's coming from. I said, you know a lot for being so goddamn dumb. And I said, time, rag, you got me on the rag. Take your insults about the queen and shove them up your old Chinese machine. Well, I never gave him quite what he came for, the inside story, and it's really a shame, for I never made the January issue of Time. Just before I run out of words that rhyme, I really should tell you that deep in my heart, I don't give a damn where I stand on the charts, not as long as the sun sinks into the west, and that's going to be a pretty serious test of time. Time, mag, you got me on the rag. Take your insults about the queen and shove them up your royal Chinese machine. And I said, time, mag, you got me on the rag. Take your insults about the queen and shove them up your royal Chinese machine. Well, okay, fellas, this is a wrap.
Buyers from Blowing Away with Time Rag. Tonight's number is number 7.
You, the music, and Tom Hardy.
Goedemiddag. An evening of gentle music for a mellow lifestyle. Every Sunday evening, here on Radio Caroline.
You'll never guess who this is. Telling you making an approach, Douglas. This is your captain speaking.
Next Friday, the 3rd of August, the Caroline Roadshow is at the St Ivo Centre, St Ives in Cambridgeshire. And on Thursday, the 9th of August, at the Talk of the East, South Pier, Lowestoft in Suffolk. On Friday, the 10th of August, the Caroline Roadshow is at the Embassy Suite, Colchester in Essex. And on Saturday, the 11th of August, at the Stour Centre, Tannery Lane, Ashford in Kent. Plus a live rock band on stage. DJs appearing at the Caroline Roadshow are Rob Eden, Robbie Day, and Harvey the Rabbit. Doors are open at 8 and admission is £1.50. Listen for more news of the Caroline Roadshow every hour on the hour. The last thing we're likely to do, of course, is to buy a rusting old tub and floating off the coast of Holland. Cheek. Won't play any more of their records. 6 minutes to 6 from Europe's first and only album station, with Tom Hardy till 7. 7 is Roy Masters. 8 o'clock is Stephen Bishop. His Supertramp. Right. Should we try that again?
Radio means efficient.
Thank you. I knew it was going to be difficult. Stephen Bishop brought the weather in, and he said, it's going to be difficult tonight. Here's tonight's weather. Tonight, showers drying out. Da-da-da-da-da. Sing among yourselves. I'll go over here for a moment, fiddle with this stuff. Life of a disc jockey at sea. It's all good, clean fun. Tonight's weather. Tonight, showers dying out early this evening, but there will be some rain by dawn. Finally, on a moderate North Sea, the Mi Amigo temperature is 15 degrees centigrade. And thank goodness that's over.
Looking for an advertising outlet? Then advertise on Caroline. It's both effective and economical. For further information, write to Caroline Sales, A321, Rosas, Girona in Spain.
It's time now for Pastor Perry F. Rockwood with another program in the series Prophecy for Today.
Welcome to Prophecy for Today, a program to present today's headline news in the light of Bible prophecy. Pastor Perry F. Rockwood speaking. I have a promise for you today from God's book, the Bible.
And this time we're sounding even better than before. We're using some of the latest and most technically advanced disco equipment available. The Sound Out Sound Center with 400 watts of stereo sound will be sounding good and looking great. And Sound Out's DJ facilities are going to keep our jocks as happy on the road as they are in the studios. And Sound Out's reliability record has proven that there won't be any of those silent nights. So come along to the Radio Caroline Roadshow. We'll turn it up and knock your socks off with Sound Out.
Loving awareness, Caroline.
You've been doing a lot of work for us, and it's the first time we've met, and I'd like to thank everybody on the boat, and yourself as well.
Well, yeah, thank you. That's really nice. I mean, you know, the people you really want to thank, actually, more than anything else, is the listeners, because they're the ones that got up off their asses and they went down to the walk on the South Bank.
Oh, that was a magic thing, really. That was fantastic. Well, if any walkers are listening, thank you. Really, a big, big thank you. It was a fantastic do. And that whole weekend really had an influence on the IWC. There's been Friends of the Earth, all the whale groups, Greenpeace, everybody. There must be 1,000 unsung heroes on the whale campaign, because they've really worked hard and they've shifted the IWC. Really, the first time that there's been any even acknowledgement for the conservationists, and they've really gone overboard. We've won a battle. We certainly haven't won the war yet, but I don't want anyone running away with that idea. But it's been a real big step forward, and everybody deserves a pat on the back. And then they've got to get working again, because there's coastal whaling that's got to be stopped now.
So what do you think, within 2 years we're going to stop it completely?
Well, it's possible. I wouldn't like to say any more than that. You know, the IWC, they've been trudging along now for a long time, and they've been making a bit of a hash of it, you know. But they're starting to understand now, and I think we've got to hope that with the pressure that people can put on the governments of the world, that the whaling industry dies before the whale does.
Right, so just to sum up, write to the Prime Minister of Iceland, right?
Right, that would be a great help.
As many of those letters as possible. That's Prime Minister of Iceland in Reykjavik, is it?
It is, yes. Just care of the Icelandic Parliament, Reykjavik, yeah.
Good. And obviously get in touch with Greenpeace, try and work things out there. Listen, good luck in Iceland. I hope it all works out fantastic.
Thanks very much indeed.
And thank you for coming out to see us.
You're welcome.
Really nice. Beautiful. Well, thank you. You can also telephone them on 01633 0929. 01633 0929. I'm Tony Allen, and I hope you've enjoyed the last 45 minutes.
You're tuned to 319 meters medium wave, 963 kilohertz. This is Caroline, broadcasting live from the international waters of the North Sea. It's fast approaching 2 minutes past 7, and time for Roy Masters with How Your Mind Can Keep You Well.
Say good morning.
Oh, hello.
Hallo. Steven Bishop is degene die de nachtwacht heeft gedaan.
Radio.
Op de radio, als het ware, ja. Altijd even gezellig zo'n babbel.
Ja, inderdaad. Ik ga weer even verder met het nieuws.
Jij gaat weer door met je nieuws. En wij gaan verder met...
Johan Visser. Hit tip.
Holiday for a couple of weeks. Hope you're enjoying your holiday, Tony. Hope to see you back in a couple of weeks.
Enjoy yourself. To Tom, if he's listening, he's on holiday as well, as you know. He brought on some nice plants on the ship to decorate the whole thing. Well, I don't think they can stand the salty air because they're dying. I'm sorry about that, Tom. We'll do some other things with them. Right.
Maybe actually the plants we can stick under the aerial, you never know, the radiation level.
Who knows, you never know.
Or stick them beside the generator, like a greenhouse in there.
Nice and warm. But
actually, there's one thing nobody's ever done on this boat, and that's play a record for the generator. I'm being serious.
Oh, we'll do that.
It works really hard. It's a really nice generator. And most of all, we love it.
As much as we love you, by the way. If you've been listening to the Sunday Joint programs over the past few weeks that we started it, you might notice that we talk about
loving awareness,
and a lot of things, same things every week again. We do that because we think it's very important.
News from the Caroline Roadshow.
On Thursday, the 9th of August, the Caroline Roadshow can be seen at the Talk of the East, South Pier, Lowestoft in Suffolk. Friday, the 10th of August, the Caroline Roadshow is across the border in Essex at the Embassy Suite in Colchester. On Saturday, the 11th of August, the Caroline Roadshow plus the Loving Awareness dancers are at the Star Centre, Tannery Lane, Ashford in Kent. On Thursday, the 16th of August, the Caroline Roadshow can be seen at the Pier Ballroom, Hastings Pier in Hastings. DJs on the Caroline Roadshow are Rob Eden, Robbie Day and Harvey the Rabbit. Admission to all Caroline Roadshows is a mere £1.50 and the doors open from 8 o'clock. Listen for more news from the Caroline Roadshow every hour on the hour. Broadcasting live from the international waters of the North Sea on 319 meters, 963 kilohertz. This is Europe's first and only album station. It's precisely 1 minute past 9. Let's take a look at tonight's weather and tomorrow's also. Tonight will be bright, tonight will be clear, a minimum overnight temperature falling to 11 degrees centigrade and the winds light southwesterly. Tomorrow, sunny with possibility of some showers, a maximum temperature of 21 degrees centigrade and the winds will be southwesterly and light. And currently on a calm North Sea, the Mi Amigo temperature is 14 degrees centigrade.
It's absolutely beautiful out here. We've got this calm North Sea and a nice view of the clear sky with
really nice.
Yeah, with a lovely moon. The weather forecast for Holland and Belgium, I might as well do it in English because if they're listening they will be understanding English anyway.
Okay, fine.
Tomorrow you have some more clouds and a chance of some rain showers, moderate winds and temperatures around 21 degrees. Fantastic. This whole Sunday Joint, you might wonder why we do it, is, most of you had a hard week working. Anyway, we try to give you the energy for the next week to really cope with it. It's just a program you should sit down to and listen to. Have a drink, have a cigarette or whatever.
This is maybe actually if you're listening at home and you're on your own or with the one you love. Maybe if you're under electric light and you've got some candles or some other sort of lighting. Turn out the electric lights, get the candles out, because it's all very romantic and very nice. Well, it certainly is out here on the North Sea this evening, anyhow. Here's one which Mark picked. It's Murray Head, I do believe, isn't that correct?
It sure is.
And Sorry I Love You.
That our kitchen is so dreadful. It wasn't flour that came down, it was a whole pot full of custard powder.
Custard powder?
Now the thing was, the floor was just being washed, so it was still damp. And now
Nice
it's
job.
all sticky and horrible and yucky and...
But the nice thing about it is, your clothes are still clean.
Oh, great stuff, great stuff. Actually, a little bit of custard powder on some of the clothes I've got might do a bit of good. Actually, we were talking about 1967. Perhaps that's the reason why the flour didn't fall down. Right, okay. You picked this one.
Don't get carried away about flour all the time.
Do you want to say hello to anybody while you're in here?
Yes, I'd like to say hello to somebody very special in the north of Holland.
I'm here, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah, you're not Dutch. Go off. Anyway, I'd like to say hello to somebody very special listening in the north of Holland, to be quite accurate, in the province of Friesland. And I won't mention any names, because my fans might get hurt,
People know who you mean.
Oh, yeah.
Actually.
Funny.
You say I'm not Dutch, but do you want me to burst into Dutch? Just
Just, you know.
No, for the sake of the listeners, I'd rather not.
Well, go on, please. Let me burst into Dutch.
Just a tiny bit.
All right then. Goedenavond allemaal, hier is de Radio Caroline op 319 meter, 963 kilohertz op de Middengolf from the Noordzee.
Hey, that's not bad with subtitles.
Oh, all right, I'll play the record. Do you want to announce it, Ben, as you picked it?
Okay, it's Eric Clapton, and it's Please Be With Me.
Loving awareness, Caroline.
I hope you liked it. I hope you got the message of LA that, you know, we sort of talked about. Cuddle up tonight, be nice to each other, have a good day tomorrow. Hope to see you soon. Bye.
Okay, thanks, Mark. That's it from us here at Radio Caroline. But first, to say goodbye on behalf of myself. From me, Stephen Bishop, until we meet again, which will be tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock. Look after one another, won't you? And I love you very much. Good night. That's also it from us here at Radio Caroline for this Sunday, Sunday the 5th of August, 1979. Our programmes commence at 5:30 tomorrow morning. Until then, on behalf of everybody here on board the MV Mi Amigo, this is Stephen Bishop wishing you a very good night. Good night.